Hi, welcome to Abhiram IAS Academy. So in today's session, we are going to see about the CSAT Quant and Reasoning session. Okay, so consider this as a demo for our session, and then later after this session, we will take our regular session. So before moving to the CSAT section, so if you observe carefully, in the past 3 years, the question pattern, okay, is completely changed from the previous years. What is happening with the past years is, for us in this case, okay, in this CSAT paper, usually they used to, we all know that it contains 80 questions. In these 80 questions, earlier they used to ask around some 45 or 40 questions, and the remaining questions are from the reading comprehension section. So if you observe the last 3 years papers, mostly they are asking 53 questions. They asked 53 questions, exactly 53 questions every year from this quant and reasoning, and they are asking only 27 questions from reading comprehension. So this 53 questions is very important for us. Why? Because to clear the paper, definitely you need to attempt these questions. Whether you are from math background or non-math background, it doesn't matter for us. Definitely you need to attempt all the some of these 53 questions, a minimum of around some 30 questions from these 53 questions. Then only it will be easy for you people to solve the CSAT paper. And that's difficulty level. The difficulty levels of this question paper has increased. Okay, so if you observe the paper, especially the last 3 to 4 years papers and the previous years papers, definitely you can easily understand that the standard of paper was increased. Due to this reason, even the cutoffs of GS paper 1 also came down to 90, and I think in 2023 it is just 75, somewhere around 75. The only reason is they increased the standard of CSAT paper. Because of that reason, most of the students who are really good in GS were not able to score good mark in, were not able to clear the CSAT paper. Okay, so keeping that thing in our mind, we started digging out what is actually happening with the CSAT paper. If you observe carefully, earlier they used to ask questions in such a manner that if you apply a formula, you used to get the answers. But from the last 3 years, if you once go through those papers, definitely it is clear that they are asking questions from concepts. Instead of asking questions based on formulae, they are asking questions based on concepts. Okay, so we should learn the concepts thoroughly, then only we can solve the problems. Else it will be difficult for us to clear this paper. I am saying it very clearly. If you learn only the formulas and go and give an attempt, then it is waste of time. Why? Because most of the questions, see, I'm not saying that they are not at all asking questions based on formula. Yes, they are asking, but the percentage of questions based on the formula came down. Okay, earlier they used to ask around some 15 to 20 questions based on formula. Now they are asking only some 5 to 6 questions based on the formulas. Okay, if you are really good in formulas, yes, you can solve those questions. But what about the remaining questions? You can solve them only with the help of concepts. Else, it is very difficult for us to solve the problems. So, and in these 53 questions also, if you observe carefully, they are asking questions somewhere around 20 to 25 questions are from only one concept, that is number system. Mostly they are focusing on the questions and the topics from number system. So if you are really good in this number system concept, really good in the sense, if you know each and everything from basics to the top notch, you can easily clear this CSAT paper. Else it becomes difficult for you to clear this CSAT paper. So keeping our time limit in mind, so what we are going to do is, in our plan, we are going to concentrate more on this number system. Why? Because the questions from this area is, number of questions from this area is very high. They are asking around some 15 to 20 questions from this number system concept only. So keeping that thing in our mind, we will learn the entire number system from basic to the top. When it comes to the remaining concepts, just we will see and we will go in a normal manner. That means how we used to learn the remaining, like a revision process. We are not going to learn them completely. But these number systems, we will learn it from the basic to the top. The only reason is the number of questions from this number system are very, very high. Now, next, what is the reference for these questions? It is very clear that students, there is one more examination which was conducted by the same UPSC, that is CDS, Combined Defense Service. If you once go and observe the CDS question papers, the standard of CDS question papers are higher than the CSAT paper. So what they are doing is, actually what is happening with this CSAT paper is, they are trying to match the standard of the CSAT paper with that CDS paper. When it comes to the CDS paper, it contains some pure maths topics like geometry, trigonometry and all those things. But when it comes to our subject, our CSAT paper, it doesn't contain that pure maths concepts like trigonometry, geometry and all those things. But we have a common topic here and there, that is number system. So if you once go through the CDS papers, last 5 to 6 years or 10 years CDS papers, then you will get an idea that yes, they are more or less, they are asking the similar questions, not the same questions, but similar questions in our CDS as well as CSAT in the topic called number system. Okay, so if you are really good in solving those questions, those CDS number system questions, then easily you can understand these questions and you people will be able to solve them. Not only the questions or even the terminology used also. See, what is happening is most of the students are very good at concepts. They know the concepts individually. But if they twist a little bit in the question, they were not able to understand the question. They were not even able to identify that this question is from this particular area. That is, this question is from number of zeros, or this question is from unit studies. Like this, they were not able to identify the thing. If once you are able to identify those things, then easily you will apply the remaining things and you will solve them. But in general, this is not happening. So to clear that difference or to reduce that difference, we are trying to do this course here, especially on the number system. Why? Because the number of questions from this number system is very, very high. So we will discuss number system in detail. When it comes to other topics, we will learn it, but not from the basics. We will see some of the previous year questions or the new pattern of questions which was asked from those concepts. We will simply go and solve those questions and try to get the answers. Okay, now we will see the last 3 years. In the last 3 years, what actually happened with these questions? How they are actually asking the questions from this area. If you observe this one carefully, okay, 1 second, give me a second. We will zoom the things. Yeah. If you observe carefully, see in 2024, if you observe, see, we already know that generally in UPSC website, they will upload the set A paper. So these question numbers are from that set A only. And these are just a count. For a count, we have given the serial number. See, the 5th question in 2024 is based on cubes and how it was cutted. And next in board mass, time and work, like this. Every year, they are asking a minimum of 53 questions. See here, definitely a count of 53 was asked in the last 3 years. 53 year in 2024, 53 in 2023, 53 in 2022. If you observe carefully. Okay, this is the pattern of questions which they are asking. Definitely we will share this with you people along with the video in the whatever the source which we have through, I think through Telegram channel or even in the app, they will try to share this data with you. So please once go through them and try to observe from which area they are asking more questions, and accordingly please make your plan for this CSAT. Without having a plan, definitely it will be a huge task for you people to clear this one. So make sure that you should have your own plan for this CSAT paper. And next, one more thing is, most of the students, they feel that they might have attempted different various government examinations. They might have written all those what we can say as like SSC, CGL, banking examination or any state level groups examinations. So what usually they think here is, we know we are good at maths, so no need to practice this CSAT. What they will do is, they will just start practicing in the last month. That means in the month of May, they will practice for some days and then leave. Yes, I accept that one. You have very good knowledge. That is fine. There is no doubt. But where you will lack is, you will be able to solve the problem. But when it comes to the speed of solving the problem, in what time you are getting the answer, whether you are spending 3 minutes or 2 minutes or 1 minute, it makes a lot of difference. So what my suggestion is, daily at least practice for half an hour for calculation purpose only. There, it is your choice. Take whatever the concept which you want, just search on Google, you will get some questions like simple time and work questions, time and distance questions, percentage questions, profit and loss questions like this. Please go and search on Google, you will get some questions. Please try to practice them. The only reason why I am asking you to do this is, you will not forget this calculation. Not forget in the sense is the calculation speed. You should match the calculation speed of the, what we can say, there will be some average speed, right, for every student in this competition world. So you should match that average speed to solve the problems. So if you are able to solve the problems in some particular time, then definitely it will be an add-on, what we can say, feature for you. Anyway, you know the concepts good, and at the same time you should also maintain some time. In what time you are able to solve that problem. So to maintain that speed, to maintain that calculation speed, what my suggestion is, try to practice some questions at least for half an hour in a day, this maths concepts. That means calculation part, at least for calculation. Anyway, when it comes to the concepts, we will discuss it. That is secondary. But at the same time, you too should maintain some speed, right? To gain that speed, try to practice at least half an hour in a day. Okay, now next we will see what actually is happening with these questions and all those things. Okay. Right. Now we will see some of the questions which was asked in the previous years. So if you see this one, the increase in the price of certain item was 25%, then the price was decreased by 20%, then gain and again increased by 10%. What is the resultant increase in the price? This is our question. See, you can solve this one in two methods. One is by effective percentage. Okay. One is effective percentage. We can use the concept of effective percentage, and the other one is a shortcut method for this one. We will see both the methods for instance, and we will try to get the answer for both of them. See here, if you use the effective percentage, the price was changed by 25%. 20%. Okay, first it is increased by 25% and then decreased by 20%, and then finally it is once again increased by 10%. We will see what actually is happening with this one. Alright, now see here in this concept, see what actually is happening with this one, we will try to solve it. Okay, now if you observe carefully, what is the shortcut method or the what is the process which we will do here is, when you want to calculate the effective percentage, see here, first of all you need to calculate the effective percentage between these two values, and after getting the answer you need to apply that for this next two values. Usually what happens here is, see here, the price is increased by 25%, then the price was decreased by 20%. So effectively how much it will change, we will find out first. So if it is increased, we have the formula is x plus y plus xy by 100. This is the effective percentage formula which we have if the value is changed by two times, by x% and y% successively. Here the price initially is increased by 25% and then decreased by 20%, right? So now what happens here is, if it is increased, I will take a positive value. If it is decreased, I will take a negative value here. So 25 into minus 20 by 100. So what happens for me here? 25 ones, 25 fours, 4 ones, 4 fives. 4 ones, 4 fives. So what is happening here? 25 minus 20 plus minus 5, it becomes minus 0. So effectively how much, what happened with the first two values? It is 10%. Sorry, 0%. The change is 0% between the first two changes. Now, once again, the next, anyway it is 0, right? And next it is increased by 10%. So overall what is happened to the increase? So there is an overall increase of 10% here. There is an overall increase of 10% here. This is the general method to solve the problem. The same thing, if we do it little bit differently, initial and final. Initially it is increased by what percentage? 25%. 25% what we can write it as 1 by 4. 1 by 4. That means initially 4 parts and finally it becomes 5 parts. The reason is 4 plus 1, 5. If it is increased, I will take plus. And similarly, next it is decreased by what percentage? 20%. It is decreased by what percentage? 20% here. Okay. So now what happens when it is decreased by 20% means, for us, please observe, it becomes 25 and 20. Okay. So 1 by 5. So initially is 5 and finally it becomes 4. The reason is it is decreased. So 5 minus 1, 4. And next, once again, it is increased by 10%, which is 1 by 10. So 10 and 11. 10 and 11. It is increased by 10 and 11. So now simply multiply them. And while multiplying also, keep an eye on this one. If anything is cancelable, please try to cancel them. Or else go with the general multiplication. Anyway, it is both the things, you will get the same answer. 4 5s are 20. 20 10s are 200. 5 4s are 20. 20 11s are 220. That means initially it is 200, now it became 220. What is the increase? Whether it is increased or decreased? Increased. What is the increase in value? 20. And actual value here for me is 200. So what is the increase I will get here? 10%. The increase we will get here is 10%. Okay, this is fine. There is no problem. But and at the same time, see here, as I have already told you, if there is anything in common, you can cancel them. Okay, if I cancel them, here I will get 10 and here I will get 11. So there is an increase, right? Increase by what? 1 value. So 1 by 10 into 100. 1 by 10 into 100, that becomes what? 10% for us. That becomes 10% for us. Like this we can solve this problem. Now we will see the next problem. The difference between the compound interest and simple interest on a certain sum of money at 12% per annum for 2 years is 72. Okay, actually we have a formula for this. That is difference between the CA and SI for 2 years is PR square by 100 square. PR square by 100 square. So now what happens to this PR square by 100 square? The difference they given for is how much? 72. Okay, good. We don't know the principal amount. We will take that as P. But what is rate of interest they given for us here is 12%. 12%. So what happens to this? 12 into 12 by 100 square. 12 into 12 by 100 square. If you observe this one carefully, 12 ones, 12 6. Okay, fine. Next, 6 ones, 6 twos. So this will become what for me? 1 is equal to P into 2 by 100 into 100. So this will become, so my principal here is how much? 5,000. So the amount which he took, which he lent is 5,000 for us here. The amount he lent here for us is 5,000. 5,000. But what actually happening with this UPS is, usually they are not asking questions based on these formulas. They are asking questions based on the concepts. You should know the concept to solve the questions. See here, 32 power 5 plus 2 power 27 is a divisible by. Actually, by seeing the divisibility, okay, by seeing the divisibility, most of the students are thinking that this question is related to divisibility rules. But what actually this question belongs to is, this question belongs to remainder theorem. How it is it is related to remainder theorem is, here divisible by means, what is the remainder we should get if anything is exactly divisible? 0, right? 0, we should get a remainder as 0. So the same thing. Here, whenever we divide, try to divide with the 4 options which we have. So, for which we will get the remainder as 0, that will be our answer. So, when you divide 32 power 5 with 3, plus 2 power 27 with 3, we will see what is the remainder which we will get here for time being. So, usually 32 I can write it as 2 to the power of 5. So, 2 to the power of 5 whole to the power of 5 plus 2 to the power of 27 by 3. So what I will get here? 2 to the power of 25 plus 2 to the power of 27 by 3. Students, don't worry. We will discuss all these things in detail while we start our sessions. But meanwhile, for your knowledge sake, just we are solving some of the previous year's questions. That's it. Okay. So 2 by 3, what is the remainder for 2 by 3? It is minus 1. So minus 1 whole to the power of 25. And at the same time, 2 by 3 here also minus 1 whole to the power of 27. So minus and minus, minus only. So minus 1 and minus 1, it becomes minus 2. Minus 2. But we will write our remainder in positive. So 3 minus 2, which is equal to 1. So 3 is not our answer. 3 is not our answer. And similarly 10 is also not our answer by default, we can say. Why? Because anything power 2 which ends with 2, we never get units place as 0. And similarly here also you will never get units place as 0. So 10 is also by default not our answer. Now we will go and check with 7, whether it is possible with 7 or not. So now please observe here how we will check 7. We already came to know that this is 2 power 25 plus 2 power 27 by 2 power 25 plus 2 power 27 by 7. Why? Because we are dividing it with 7. So what is the power of 2 which is nearer to 7? 2 cube, right? So what I can write this as 2 cube whole to the power of 8. So 3 8s are 24 into 2 to the power of 1 plus what I will get here, 2 to the power of 27 means 2 cube whole to the power of 8. 8 3s are 24 plus 2 cube. Sorry, directly I can write 2 cube whole to the power of 9, right? By 9. So the remainder for 2 cube by 7 is 2 cube by 7 is 1 and 2 by 7 is 2. And the remainder for 2 cube by 7 is 1 to the power of 9, and the overall remainder becomes what for me here? 3. This is not 0, so this is also not my answer. So the only answer option left for me is 11. So you need to do the option verification for these type of questions. For this, even though by seeing the word divisibility, this is not belonging to divisibility rules. Actually this question belongs to remainder theorem. If a number is exactly divisible means definitely the remainder you should get there as 0. So out of 4 numbers, for 3 numbers it is not a 0. Obviously the fourth one will become our answer. This question is actually very simple, but it takes a lot of time for us. Actually by seeing the question you may think this is very simple, but it will waste your time. Almost 1.5 minute time it will waste. So by practice you can reduce that speed. That is the reason I asked you to practice regularly. Okay, next one. What is the rightmost digit preceding the zeros in the value of 30 power 30? They are asking us what is the rightmost digit which is preceding the zeros in 30 power 30. First of all, we should identify this question belongs to which concept. Actually, this question belongs to our units digit concept. This question belongs to our units digit concept. If you observe carefully, what we will write this 30 as 3 into 10 whole to the power of 30. I can write. So 3 to the power of 30 into 10 to the power of 30. Anyway, 10 to the power of 30 you will get all zeros. They are asking us what is the rightmost preceding digit. That means right side, and it should be the most preceding digit before zeros. That means the unit digit of this 3 power 30, right? Indirectly you need to find the unit digit of 3 power 30. In the case of unit digits concept, 3 have how many chances? 4 chances actually. We will discuss it later, but for timing. So what I will do, I will divide the power with 4. What is the power I have here? 30. And observe the remainder. When I divide 30 with 4, the remainder I will get there is 2. So 3 square. Don't think that 30 by 4 is 2. Not like that. I am writing only the remainder. When I divide 30 with 4, I will get a remainder as 2. So 3 square is what? 9. So the rightmost digit also will be 9 for me here. The rightmost digit also will be 9 for us here. See students, these questions are directly taken from the question paper. Okay, so these questions they asked previously. Next one. Raj has 10 pairs of red, 9 pairs of white and 8 pairs of black shoes. Okay, he have 10 pairs of red, 9 pairs of white and 8 pairs of black shoes. Now, if he randomly picks shoes one by one without replacement, that means he will pick one shoe at a time and he will not place once again them back into that bag. He will simply take that shoe and have a glance and throw it aside. Now, from the box to get red pair of shoes to wear, what is the maximum number of attempts he has to make? See here he is asking us that he should make maximum number of attempts. When he can make the maximum number of attempts? If he pick it at the end, then only he can pick the maximum. So that means he need to pick a red pairs, right? So before picking red, definitely he should take all the white and black. All the white and black. So how he will bring all the white and black for us here? If you observe carefully, to pick the 9 pairs of white shoes, how many times he should do that operation? A minimum of 18 times. Why? Because 9 pairs and he is picking one shoe at a time. So that means he should do that process for how many times? 18 times. And he also should pick all the black color shoes. He have 8 pairs of black color shoes. That means he need to do that process for how many times? 16 times. So by taking 18 plus 16, that is 34 shoes, first he will take out all the white and black color shoes available. Okay, good. Then obviously the 35th shoe will be what? The 35th shoe will be obviously my red color shoe. But is he asking to pick only one red color shoe? No. Here he is asking to pick a pair of red color shoes. That means 35th will be a red and as well as 36th will also be a red color shoe. So that means he should do a maximum number of attempts to do that is he should pick 36 shoes there. So that he can pick a pair of red color shoes. Next. There are 4 letters and 4 envelopes and exactly one letter is to be put in exactly one envelope with the correct address. Okay. If the letters are randomly inserted in the envelopes, then consider the following statements. Okay. There are 4 letters and 4 envelopes. Letter 1, letter 2, letter 3 and letter 4 for us. And there are 4 envelopes also. So the envelopes we have here is envelope 1, envelope 2, envelope 3 and envelope 4. So you need to put them, these 4 letters into the 4 envelopes randomly. Randomly. There is no order that L1 should go to E1 like this, but randomly they are placing. Okay, good. Now they are asking us to read the conditions. It is possible that exactly one letter goes into incorrect envelope. Now see here. Out of 4, if I disturb 1, that means for timing I will put L1, letter 1 in E2, which is a wrong pair. Assume that that is a wrong pair. I should not put L1 in E2. So will it impact on any other letters or it will not impact on other letters? Yes, it will impact. The reason is the letter which should go to envelope 2, where it should go? It should go to a wrong address, right? Obviously. For example, assume that letter 1 should go to envelope 1, letter 2 should go to envelope 2, like this only, respectively, for time being. Actually, that is not the condition, but for time being, assume it. Now, letter 1 came to envelope 2, right? So then, obviously, what happens to my letter 2? Definitely, for timing, assume that these 2 went perfectly. It should go to envelope 1, right? That means if you disturb one envelope, if you disturb one letter, then obviously, without knowing to you, you are disturbing the second one, right? You are disturbing the second one. That means it is possible that exactly one letter goes into an incorrect envelope. Is it possible? Actually, no. If you disturb one letter, it will impact on 2 letters. So this one is a wrong assumption. It is not at all possible for us to happen this one. Next, there are only 6 ways in which only 2 letters can go into correct envelopes. Okay, they are telling that only 2 letters can go into correct envelope. That means I will assume that letter 1 and letter 2 can go, okay, into correct address. Only 2 letters are going. Next, I can also take that letter 1 and letter 3 went into correct address, or I can take that letter 1 and letter 4 will go to correct address, or I can think that letter 2 and letter 3 will go to correct address, or letter 2 and letter 4 will go to correct address, or letter 3 and letter 4. Now, sir, letter 3 and letter 1 means already it was there. So that means a maximum of how many letters, how many chances I got here? 6. Or else if you want to do it with the help of formula also you can do 4C2. Out of 4 letters, 2 should be correct. 2 should go into correct envelope. So 4C2. So if you solve this 4C2 also, you will get the answer as 6. That means my second statement is correct here. So from this what I can say, only 2 will follow. Only 2 will follow my given conditions. Okay, next one. See here, if ABC and DEF are both 3D numbers such that ABC, DEF are distinct non-zero digits such that ABC plus DEF is equal to 4 ones, then what is the value of ABC, DEF? That is the question they asked for us here. Now see here students, these type of questions will waste a lot of time to you during the examination. So what my suggestion is, whenever you see these type of questions, please try to solve them at the end, not at the beginning. Okay, anyway, it will take some time. If you have time, then come and attempt these type of questions. Else, don't waste your time in solving these type of questions. Why? Because here you need to do a lot of trial and error things. Okay, so what he actually is telling us, ABC should be added with DEF, so that my output should be 4 ones. My output should be 4 ones. Now by adding which two numbers, usually we will get the sum as units digit as 1. 9 plus 2. We will get 11. Next, what is the other chance? We will have 7 plus 4. We will get 11. Next, 5 plus 6. We will get 11. And another option is 8 plus 3. Also we have one more chance. Right? Apart from this, do we have any other chance to get the sum as 11? No. So first I will take 8 for time being, 9 and 2. 9 and 2. If it is 9 and 2, it will become 11 and 1 will go for a carry. Why you are taking only 11? Why not 21? Means when you add 2 digits, the highest number possible for us is 18. Am I correct or not? Why? Because very simple. The highest digit which we have is 9. If you add both the 9s also, you will get the highest possible sum as 18. But you never get 21, right? Because of that reason, I am taking the sum as 11. Okay. And they are very clearly mentioning that those two, all the digits are distinct digits. Distinct digits. So, first trial and error, I will take 9 and 2. Okay. 9 and 2 I have taken. Now, B, E and 1, the sum should be what? 11. Once again. So, by adding which numbers, we will get the sum as 11. Here also the same thing. B and E value should be what? 10. B and E value should be what? 10. The reason is very simple. I told you, right? When you add two numbers, the highest value possible for us is 18. Okay. If we cannot take here 20. So, that sum of B and E should be what? 10. So, what are the chance I have here? 6 plus 4. Right? Apart from 6 plus 4, we have one more thing, that is 8 plus 2. 6 plus 4 and 8 plus 2. Now we will see. B value I will take it as 6 and E value I will take it as 4 for time being. So 11 and 11. Now once again A and D I have. What is the other chance? Sum should be what? 10. So 8 and 2. 8 and 2. But can I take 8 and 2 here? No. The reason is what? Distinct digits, right? I cannot take 8 and 2. Okay, gone. So I cannot take 8 and 2. Now tell me, what are the values of 9 and 2 I can take now? Tell me. What are the chances I have for 9 and 2? If I take 8 and 2, it is not at all possible for me. So then what are the values I should take here? 8, 2, 6, 4. And which two sum should be 11? If I take 7 and 4 for time being, it is not possible. 7 and 4. If you take 7 and 4, the year once again 6 and 4, that is not going to be happened. But here I can take 7 and 3. Right? Here I can take 7 and 3. So actually what we have taken 9 and 2. Give me a second. Instead of 8 and 2, why cannot we take 7 and 3? We can take 7 and 3 also, the sum as 10, right? Yes, we can take 7 and 3. See, that 7 and 3 can be interchanged, no problem, with 6, 4 also. Anyway, we will get the same thing, 11. So anyway, our final thing is we need to find the sum of A, B, C, D, E and F. So what you will get? 7 plus 3 plus 6 plus 9 plus 4 plus 2. When you add all these things, 7 plus 3 is 10, 6 plus 4 is 10, 20 and 9 plus 2 is 11. So 31. So the sum of all these digits will be equal to what? 31 for us here. The sum of all these digits will become 31. The thing is here, you need to do a lot of trial and error things. Definitely these type of questions will waste your time. So my suggestion is, if you see these type of questions, please try to attempt them at the end. After solving all the questions, then come to these type of questions. Okay, next one. Let x be a 2D number and y be another 2D number formed by interchanging the digits of x. If x plus y is greatest 2D number, then what is the number of possibilities for values of x? Okay, they are telling that X be a 2-digit number. Assume that X is some AB. Okay, X is equal to AB. And Y be another 2-digit number formed by interchanging. He is telling that Y is formed by interchanging the 2 digits. So that means BA. Okay, so we will get the interchanging of digits. Y value as BA. If X plus Y is the greatest 2-digit number, he is telling that X plus Y value is equal to great. See, while assuming you can take them as AB and BA, but when you want to perform any mathematical operation, you cannot take in this manner. What you need to do is X value 10 into A. The reason is A is at 10's place plus 1 into B. The reason is B is at 1's place. And similarly, Y value will become what? 10 into B plus 1 into A. 10 into B plus 1 into A. Now when you add all these things, what you will get? 11A plus 11B. 11A plus 11B, which in term I can also write it as 11 times of A plus B, where A plus B are integers. And in the question they clearly told us that greatest 2-digit number. What is the greatest 2-digit number? 99, right? So that means this value will be equal to 99. This value will be equal to 99. So 11 ones, 11 nines. So A plus B value should be what? 9. They are asking us what is the number of possible values of X. Now tell me how many values of A plus B value you will get as sum as 9 by taking which two values. If I take 5 and 4, there is a possibility. If I take 6 and 3, there is a possibility. If I take 7 and 2, there is a possibility. Okay. I cannot take 9 and 0. I cannot take 9 and 0. What is the reason behind that? If you want, you can take it. But actually what happens if I take 9 and 0? They clearly mentioned that maybe a 2D number formed by interchanging. Okay. If you, sir, you have a doubt, sir, why if I take 90? It is fine. But when you reverse it, it becomes what? 9. But what actually is happening? Y be another 2-digit number. Definitely, Y also should be 2-digit number. Because of that reason, we are not taking 9 and 0 into our consideration. So, total how many chances we have? 5, 4, 6, 3 and 7, 2. With 5, 4, I can form 2 numbers, right? 54 and 45. With 63, 6 and 3, I can form 2 numbers, 63 and 36. With 7 and 2 also, I can form 2 numbers. So, overall, how many numbers I can form here? 6 different numbers. So, the number of possibilities for the value of X is what? For us here, 6. The number of possibilities. Okay. Next one. So, like this, they are asking us different questions. Okay. They are asking us questions from the concepts and as well as formulas. But the questions from the formulas are very less when compared to the questions from concepts. As this is just an introduction section, we just solved some questions and we have seen how the questioning was asked. And remember one more thing, please practice daily for an half an hour and please try to go through all the CDS question papers. I am once again mentioning it, CDS question papers and especially the questions from number systems. No need to worry about the questions from trigonometry or geometry. They will not ask us questions from that area, but only concentrate on the questions from number systems. More or less the similar type of questions were asked in the CSAT paper also. So please go and have a look into that one. Okay, right. From the next session onwards, we will start discussing about the concepts right from the number system. As I have already told you, we will learn number system from the number classification onwards. Right? Thank you. We will see in the next session.